Hey, good people, it's your man Shannyn Casino, and this is another episode of Fifth Charge. I just want to thank you guys for thinking of me and tapping in and clicking the link to this episode of Fifth Charge. If you haven't already, you guys, then go ahead and do me a favor. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to do it, all right? I'm going to give you 3 seconds to slide on down and click subscribe. Because I'm going to need my subscribers. I need subscribers. That's what we need. That's what we're doing right now. I'm going to talk about the subscribers right now. Here's the thing. Here's the thing real quick about subscribers. And I'm going to talk about this real quick and say that, despise not the days of small beginnings, right? Because when I first started this Fifth Charge, I said I wanted to do a podcast, and when I started this podcast, I only had 13 subscribers. That was the beginning for me. 13 subscribers, and that's cool. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, despise not the days of small beginnings. And today, check and see. I'm coming up. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of what I'm doing. This is a one-man show right now so far. Excuse me. It's a one-man show right now, so I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not even mad at myself. I'm actually happy that I started with 13 subscribers. And now today I have 21 subscribers, you guys. I'm coming up. You guys. I am coming up in the game. People are listening. People are paying attention. No, you have to speak those things as though they were, all right? Or as though they are. Okay, I'm no longer speaking things of the way you wish and I beg them to be. I'm not doing that. No, I'm speaking as if it already is. Because who's to say? We don't know what's going to happen. It could be 21 million subscribers. God works in mysterious ways. I said that the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine and I said when I pray, I usually pray before I start these episodes, or I usually pray, and when I pray, I say, God, I'm not worried about the algorithms of these devices. I'm just asking you to allow your heavenly kingdom algorithm set on it. Because when you say that, it's about the right people watching, and paying attention and seeing what you're doing. More people who can pray for what you're doing, to strengthen those, to come and strengthen me, to come and help me. It's about those people. That's what I would like. I'm trying to help you and I need help. You know what I mean? So I'm just speaking as though things already are in a positive light. Okay? Because Fifth Charge is something special about it. Something about it that makes me want to keep on turning on this microphone, keep turning on these lights, to keep speaking and to keep talking to people. I'm not trying to necessarily entertain people or to lead people into something. I just know that in my heart I have a high level of positivity, and I know that I love people. I love people. People are just, how could you not? I love people. And when I see people who are broken, and when I see people who are hurt, when I see people who are down, even if I don't have it, if I'm not in a good position, I still have it in my heart to want to help someone else. And if it boils down to my words, boil down to my experiences in life, if it boils down to my testimony, if it is going to help somebody, then I want to help them. That's it. I don't know if my look tells you that that's genuine or not, but I don't know. I have to tell you what my truth is. That's me. I wanna help you. I wanna increase my biblical worldview, and through my biblical worldview, I want to help somebody else, strengthen them to have a better biblical worldview. That's what Fifth Charge is. That is what Fifth Charge is. Biblical worldview. And I say that to say this. I'm not an ordained pastor. I'm not a preacher. I don't have any of those titles under my belt. I don't claim to have it. I'll tell you exactly what I am. You ready? I'll tell you exactly what I am. I'm the most simplest form. I am simply a man of faith, a man of God. Leading back to biblical worldview, I just want to tell you about God, the same God that helped me in my life, who is still helping me today. I want to tell you about that God, and I want that God to help you like he helped me. So pretty much, let me tell you about a man that's told me about everything I've ever done. And this Jesus that I'm talking about will be the same man, the same just power in your life that will be able to tell you the same thing about your life, tell you everything that you have done, man, and then tell you what you need to do, or what would be in your best interest to do. Let me say it like that. What would be in your best interest to do to better help yourself? Because also what I do know about Jesus, what I do know about God of heaven, is that God will let you live on whatever level that you settle for and that you are not fighting for. If you believe, what is the quote? Whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you are correct. But God will let you live on whatever level that you settle for, but not without Him first trying to show you what the light is for your life, where it's at. A lot of people say this, that's not it. God's telling you, look, that ain't it. That what you are doing is not it. And this is better fitting for who you are. This is it for who you are. And that's all I want to do for people. I just want to lead them to that revelation, and that revelation being God. That's what fifth charge is, biblical worldview. You know what? Let me read it. Do I have? Yeah, let me read it to you. So people don't, think that, I'm just somebody out here just looking to entertain. This is for real. And once I go deeper into, showing you guys and speaking to you guys about my own life journey and testimony and how I got here, you'll know that God is real. I know that God is real, and that's why I speak of God the way that I do. And so this is the definition of biblical worldview. A biblical worldview is a way of understanding the world based on the Bible and God's truth. It shapes how people think about God, creation, morality, and their purpose. It also guides how people live their lives. So right there, if you are not interested in getting on track with learning about God, or how you even think about God, because a lot of us are raised to have a negative thought about God. Let's be real, right? But somebody that can curve that thinking and onto the right track, onto the right path of how to think about God, creation, your own morality, and your purpose. If you don't want to learn about a better journey, a better way of getting to your destiny and your purpose, then I don't know what else to say for you. Besides me just saying, I will definitely pray for you. You are a really broken person and you need help. And I'm trying to help, as God is definitely has given you the signs to say, this is what you need to do to get up on your feet. And if you are not taking that hand to get up, how do you even help that person? How do you help that person? Sometimes that can be a little heartbreaking to love somebody, to love someone, and you see the potential in them. And you can see it because of your own life journey and testimony that, you can tell them what God has done for you. Like, look at my life. I'm not bragging on you, but man, look at what God has done for me. I've been there. And all I'm telling you right now, my brother, my sister, is that if you come this way right now, it will begin to lighten. The burdens will lighten. His burden is light. Glory to God. His burden is light. And if you would just go ahead and take my hand and help and allow me to lead you to a God that can help you fix it. Because that's hard. That's the thing that people think when you say God he just fixes it all by himself. No, you have to do work too. You have to help yourself for God to do. He has to see that you want something with your life, with this beautiful gift that you have been given. You got to want something. And when he sees that you want something, then he'll start contributing to it. He'll start sending the people, the right minds, the right spirits that know how to nurture you right where you are to help you get further along down that path. For he said his word will be a light. His word will be a light at your feet, lighting your path so that you can see where you're going. That's all it is. And it's very hurtful to be hopeful for someone who has lost all hope for themselves. Very heartbreaking. So that's what fifth charge is. Fifth charge, what I intended to do, what my thoughts was to encourage people, was to help people. But understand that in order to encourage people, you have to encourage yourself. In order to help people the right way, you have to be in the right light. And it took me a journey. It took me a while to get to where I am, to at least be able to say, man, every day is not going to be perfect. But man, this journey is worth it with God. Every day is not going to be perfect, but the journey with God is worth it. It really is. It really is. So that's really what, glory to God. That's really what it is. It really is about giving you a better biblical worldview and of understanding the world based on the Bible, based on the scriptures, based on what the Bible is saying. I say it all the time. It is the best life self-help book you could ever read. But it gets you from a spiritual side. It makes you understand that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood alone out here. We're also dealing with principalities. A lot of the reason why people feel broken, their spirit is broken. I heard a sister say one time, a spiritual leader of mine, spiritual mentor of mine, and I brought her another brother at the time. He was in a rough way, and I didn't have the vocabulary. I didn't have the confidence at that time to be able to speak into him myself, but I knew that there was something great about the brother. So I brought him to this sister who I knew just she's powerful, still to this day, just a powerful, powerful woman. And when I introduced her, she said, "Oh, nice to meet you. That's good." And then she went to hug him. And then when she hugged him, she backed up and she looked at him. She said, "Oh my God, I need to hug you again." And she hugged him again because the words that came out of her mouth, it was the first time I ever heard this. She said, "His soul is bleeding. His soul is bleeding." And then she hugged him again, and she hugged him real tight and for a long time. And I said, "Wow," I said, "I've never heard that before." But when immediately when she said it, I knew exactly what she was talking about, because it was something that I felt off the brother as well. And that's why I led him to somebody who just had a better vocabulary about it, a better diction about the word. She knew exactly how to go in, and that's what it was. She has a great biblical worldview. She can see it on people, and as you go deeper with God, you'll see it yourself, and you're looking at it also through the lens of what you've been through. So the people, it's not just bad people who see, if you a crook, they always hook up with other crooks because they notice them in the room, in the crowd. You just like me, like-minded people get together. And so I guess from what she has been through in her life, to understand what a bleeding soul was, she knew what his situation was, and she felt it off of him. And that's exactly what I felt, but she said it. And a bleeding soul is terrible. I've experienced those kind of people. There's a lot of people around you right now who have a bleeding soul, and their soul is bleeding with a great big smile on their face. A bleeding soul helping other people. A bleeding soul while pleasing everybody else. A bleeding soul while giving other people advice. How about this? Advice in the same area that they need that same advice, but so broken that they can't take their own advice. They just believe that advice is for someone else. I'm so broken that I don't even hear that it's for me. So yeah, guys, that's what fifth charge is about. I just, at my level, am I the greatest at this? Not yet. Not yet. I'll say that one more time for the people in the back. Not yet. And let me tell you why that yet is so important. That yet is so important because I come from a space in my spirit where I've never felt good enough. I'm not good enough to be a singer. I'm not good enough to be a worldwide known dancer or entertainer. I should say it this way. I didn't have the confidence, enough confidence at a time in my life to even think that that I could be better, that I could be the best at something. I didn't have that kind of confidence to even speak that way about myself. I didn't have that kind of confidence, no matter what people thought around me, because sometimes you got the glow and you don't know, but everybody else see it. And sometimes you just don't know. Everybody else see there's something in you because you can't see yourself sometimes. So that's why that yet is important. To compliment myself, it was a journey to get there. To even say I'm handsome. To even say I'm handsome. It was a journey to get to this place. At least handsome. Can you believe that about yourself, bro? So the yet, so when I say, am I the best at this, at podcasting? Am I the best at speaking to people? Not yet. Because now that I know God, I know that there is a hope in me. There is a hope. There is a hope in me that lives inside of me that says, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Say it for yourself. Say it with me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. RIFY. Go find it in Philippians. Oh, what's RIFY? What's RIFY? Read it for yourself. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And you can too. You can too. You can do anything. And that's why I say yet. At least I'm in a place to say yet. And that yet also means that I'm not going to stop. It represents keep grinding, keep pushing through. Oh, let me stop. Let me not say the word grind. I was told not to say the word grind, because grinding is not good. Grinding means you're wearing yourself out while en route to your destiny. And you don't want to be grinded out and worn out by the time you get there, because now you're tired to really live up to what you are going after. So I have to be careful about my words in this season. So grinding is out of my vocabulary. So as I'm getting there, it means I'm not going to stop. That's what the yet means. The yet means, Shannyn, you are not going to stop. That's what yet needs to mean for you. That's what yet needs to mean for you. You are not going to stop. You do not have permission to give up today. You do not. You do not have permission to give up today. No. Nope. You're not giving up today. You're not giving up today. I'm not going to let you give up today. You are going to keep going today. I know everything's coming at you right now. It's trying to make you quit right now, but you're not going to quit. You're going to keep going. You have yet to make it to your destiny. You have yet to make it to your destiny. You will make it to your destiny. You got some things, some obstacles in your way right now, and they are going to come because it is called life. Even when you get to your goal, even when you get to your destiny, there's going to be a new obstacle. Even if the obstacle is just to keep what you got. But there will be an obstacle. And when you get there, here it goes again, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, even when you get there. Even when you get there, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You're going to beat that too. Trust God. Trust God. And it's not easy. It's not easy to just trust God. It's not easy. Let's keep it real. It's not easy to just trust God. Something that you can't see, but you put all of your faith into it. You want me to trust what I can't see? That's faith. That's what faith is. I believe it's going to happen. I know this is going to happen because I know God got me. I said about a week ago in a conversation, I said, in this season, I will trust fall on God. That's where I'm at in my walk with God. I'm finally at a place, in a space where I believe so much that I can close my eyes. You ever see these videos where people close their eyes and put their hands up, and then they have their friends behind them, and then you just go ahead and just let yourself fall back? It's a trust test. See if you can, to trust your friends and trust the people that are around you. But in this season, I'm going to do that with God. Everything that I want in life, and it's the same thing for you guys. Everything that you want in life, everything that you're going after, down to your broken heart and your broken heart being healed. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, God, I trust you. And just fall. And believe me, He will catch you. He will catch you. He will catch you. Trust Him. I don't know if you guys know this, but back in 2023, I had open heart surgery. And I don't really talk about it much, but I had open heart surgery back in 2023. And, family got to the hospital and stuff like that. My dad got there to the hospital. And he asked me if I was, are you nervous? Are you scared? And my answer, I said, this was the very first time, this back in 2023. So this is the very first time that I totally surrendered to God. Totally surrendered to God and said, I trust you, sir. Understanding how, extensive and how deep this surgery is and how serious it is. I said, I'm going to wake up. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be better than I've ever been. That was the first time that doing something scary. I jumped out of an airplane. I went parachuting for my 40th birthday. I went parachuting. I jumped out of a plane. Was I scared? Absolutely. I don't care who you are. For the first time, it's scary. 13,000 feet is, yeah, scary. Jumped out of the plane. And then I went to go have this surgery. Total different experience. I totally fall on God that I was going to wake up and that I was going to heal and that I was going to be better. Tell you how crazy I was. I prayed before I jumped out that plane, but my faith wasn't where it was by 2023 when I had that surgery. I think I jumped out the plane on some dare you, and I did. And I did. Great experience. Don't need to do it again though. But in 2023, when I had that surgery, that was the first time that I falled on God. And I said, if he did it for me then, how come I'm not believing on him for everything else in my life? I need to have a little bit more faith. I need to have a little bit more belief and faith in the I am that he is. And I'm saying that same thing to you guys. Have a little bit more faith. Hold on just a little bit longer because he will come through. He's an on-time God. And even with that surgery, it was the whisper that made me go to the hospital. I wasn't even in pain. But I knew for a few years I was going, something's not right with my body. There's something wrong with my breathing. I'm a very healthy person. I work out, I eat right, I eat healthy. There's no reason why I'm running out of breath. I'm not out of shape. What's happening? I don't smoke, I don't drink, what's happening? And I got that whisper that night. I went up a flight of stairs and there was a whisper in my ear. And that whisper said, go now. Go now. After all the hospital trips I went to, flying into Boston, flying here to go to see different doctors, different things, trying to figure out what was going on with me. And it was that one little whisper. Right when I said, I give up. I'm done trying to find out. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. That's what I said, you guys. That's what I said. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And then I went up those flight of stairs a couple weeks after I said that. And he said, go now. And I went to the hospital. And I walked in there and I said, my chest hurts. And they hooked me up to all these machines, took an x-ray. And within 3.5 hours, I learned that you're going to have an open heart surgery. That was it. That was it, you guys. And everything started from there. And right from there, I said, I'm not scared, for he did not give me the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And that was that last one, that sound mind. The whole surgery, I kept a sound mind. I kept my mind stayed on him. While people were talking to me, people were visiting me in the hospital, my mind was, before the surgery happened, my mind was stayed on him. I was in conversations with people, totally in a conversation with God. They was talking, I was just going, you get into conversations like that and you be like, yep. But something totally different's going on in your mind. Whole nother conversation's going on. My conversation and heart posture was straight on God the whole time. And he kept saying, no fear. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. And I wasn't. I tell you what did happen though. When it was over, I had some pain on me, brother. There was some pain going on. But even through that, I said, nah, I'm gonna get back on my feet. Wasn't nobody trying to make me get on my feet and walk around the neighborhood. Within 2 months, I was already walking around my neighborhood because I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get up. I got things to do for the kingdom of God. I got things to do. I got stuff to do. I gotta get this podcast going. I got other things. I got other things to do. I gotta get these different businesses that I want to start. This nonprofit organization. You have things to do for the kingdom of God, sir. That's why it doesn't pay to just let your soul bleed out and just take what life is giving you, my brother, my sister. It doesn't pay to just lay there because there is so much work for you to do. So many people need you, but they need that better version. They need that better version of you in order to do it. Whatever you got to do to become a better person, to fix your heart posture. First, let's fix your heart posture about yourself. That's number one. Let's fix the heart posture about yourself. Yeah. And once you fix the heart posture about yourself, now start turning your head towards God. Just say, what do I need in my life? What's best for my life? I promise you, God will give you the rest of the play. God will give you the rest of the play. But God needs to first know that you love yourself and that you want to live. And that you do want something out of this life. But let's get there. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's write it down and make it plain. What is it that you want? Those are signs of life. If you can think of one thing that you want in your life, that's a sign of life. That's a sign of something worth living for. Just one thing. What do you want? One thing. And let the task begin there. And believe me, he will light your path, ladies and gentlemen. I had run-ins with God before I surrendered. He was showing me how he was there for me. And it wasn't until later on, in hindsight, I started looking like, oh my God, he was there too. He was there in that situation. He was there in that situation. The car accident, he was there. When I was homeless, he was there. All it is just testimony. All it is just testimony. And at some point, a light has to come on. And you say, wait a minute. I've been through some things, but I'm still here. I'm still here. Wait a minute. There gotta be a reason. And oh my God, gotta be a reason. And when that light clicks on and you go, I gotta go find out what that reason is. Oh, watch he do work. Watch him show off in your life. Watch him show off in your life. Glory to God. Man, I can go on all day like this, you ladies and gentlemen. I can go on all day like this. Team C notes. I can go on all day like this. This is Fifth Charge, ladies and gentlemen. Fifth Charge. I'm glad you guys tapped in with me today. I think I needed to get this off my chest. Literally get this off my chest. I talked about a lot of things in my life. I look at it now, a lot of foolishness, a lot of talk that was about nothing, silliness, a lot of silliness, a lot of things that wasn't going anywhere, a lot of topics, and conversation about God has been the most important conversations that I've ever had and that I actually love to have. I love to have conversation about God. Never forgetting to be a student, because it's not always about teaching. It's not always about that. It's also about learning. Don't forget to be a student in your walk with God. I listen. You know what I love about discernment? You can discern if people are coming. You know, the deeper you go, you can discern if people are coming from the right heart posture when they talk about it. Because some, like I said, God can be on people's lips, but it can be far away from their hearts. God can be far away from their hearts. And some people just know the language. So even with those people, I don't listen too long. I go, Not being judgmental, but because I take so seriously, I don't want to contaminate nobody with the wrong information. That's why I don't go so deep, because I'm still a student too. I'm still a student learning too. My journey only have begun in 2017. My journey with God, not to say that God wasn't showing up in my life many years before that, because God was showing up in my life. I'm talking about from day one, as far back as I can remember, as a little boy back in Boston, Massachusetts, right? I can remember God showing up. But as far as my surrender and my submission and my obedience, beginning that journey, 2017. So I'm still a student. But I don't mind opening my mouth to tell you what I know. I don't mind a question and I have an answer. And if I don't have an answer, I'm not going to lead you wrong. I'm going to find out the truth. And I have people that I can call, that I can find out the truth from, that we can have discussion about it, and I can get back to you with the truth or with the answer. That's what this is about. I don't know everything. I don't claim to be. I don't claim to know everything. I don't think that's what this is about. Because, I believe that's just how life is. Just when you thought you knew everything, you found out you know nothing. That's what life shows you time and time again. Just when you thought you knew everything, you get to a space where you find out you know nothing. Because God's ways is greater than yours. His thoughts are greater than yours. As far as the heavens are from the earth, so are his ways and so are his thoughts. You will not outthink God. You will not outplay him. You will not manipulate God. Just when you thought you did your best manipulation job on God, he shows you exactly why he's God. And you find yourself in a worse situation than you started off in. So it's about being obedient. It's about being obedient. For it is better than a sacrifice. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I just wanted to come on and rant. I don't know if I should call it a rant, but I just wanted to come on and just let it flow. That's what I believe Fifth Charge is about just coming on and letting it flow. Um, Real quick before I go, I want to send out my condolences to all of the families, the surviving families of all of those who was lost in these last week or two of these devastating plane accidents. Devastating. I didn't know anybody on these planes, but it's devastating still to me as a man of faith, a man that loves people, as I said before. Just terrible. And, uh, just, just terrible. So many children, so many young people, if I will. So many, I mean, it's older people too, but so many young people. And it seems like the enemy is very busy after the young people right now. I don't know why that is, but it's terrible. So many young people. And so my heart and my condolences. Um, I just ask God to send those families, the surviving families, uh, comfort for their grief. Because, the crazy thing about social media too is that you can't not see it. And if you had someone on that's directly involved in those matters that happened on the planes in these last few weeks, last couple of weeks, you can't even go on social media right now because social media is about views, and they just keep replaying this stuff and replaying this stuff, the moments that these people's loved ones are taken out. And I just wish that the world could be a little bit more sensitive, because the world it just has a cold energy to it. There was a woman on a train at the end of the year, and she was assaulted with fire. And I just said, no. I said, why are they putting this on? It's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's just people are just insensitive. I look at things when I see it, and it's just like, I'm not going to repost things like that just for more views for myself. Like, there's a lot of people that I watch online. There's a lot of ministers that I think are awesome, that I think are great. And I don't want to throw names and and do stuff like that to get views. I feel like God has spoken into my life enough to say, I will make your name great. So I will do it. That's why I have 21 subscribers right now, and I'm happy with those 21 subscribers. But I know God will work their algorithms of heaven. He will send the algorithms. People are hurting, and we're reposting with the intentions to get more views for ourselves. Yeah. No, no, that's not cool. Not off of a fact that somebody is hurting. And that's just my viewpoint. I know the rest of the world, I might be outnumbered in that regard. I might be outnumbered. Oh, you gotta do what you gotta do to get views. Nah, not for stuff like that. When people are hurting, it's like when somebody is, and I know this has probably happened before, but if somebody is drowning and you pull out your phone, the only reason why I'm making that as a reference or example is because I seen it in a cartoon meme, and that's why I'm using it. But if somebody is drowning, somebody will pull out a phone and they will videotape the person drowning for views. That's not cool. That's You don't think to put the phone down and reach your hand out? You're so close to it with your phone. You're so close to the person. All you would have to do is put the phone down and put your hand there and pull them in to save a life. But you would rather say, look what I caught on my camera. I think you just helped it. I don't know. You might have helped that situation get worse. Not seeing that maybe God put you in that position and as close to that situation to be a help to the situation, to help God, be one of his earth angels to help the situation. But you took the opportunity to be an opportunist to get views. And still, nobody knows who you are. Nobody, I don't know. Let's be more sensitive if we can. If that could be a message today, let's be a little bit more sensitive to humans. I know we got some crooked and messed up people and we living in a crazy time, but let's be more compassionate for humans. I'll say that again. Humans. Not man, not a woman, not the black guy, not the white guy, not the Spanish people. Humans. Because all of these people that you're being an opportunist with, they bleed like you. All of these families who had to experience what they have experienced within these last 2 to 3 weeks, they're human and they feel. They feel. So let's have a little bit more compassion for people. Let's be good to people. And God will deal with the evils. The battle is not yours, but what you can do is be more kind to humans. And when I say that, you can go on and on about it. Being kind to humans, it goes so far down the line into so many different situations. Be kind to humans. Bosses on your jobs, on the jobs in these businesses that you built up. Be kind to the humans that work for you. I don't know why I just said that, but I feel like it needed to come out. Be kind to the humans that work for you. Police, be kind to humans. It's a badge. It will be respected. It will be honored. It will be abided by. The law, yes. But remember, you are human. So be kind to the humans that you swore to protect and serve. It's the job you took. Be kind. Be good to people. As best you can. As best you can. No, let me help the other people out. But what if they disrespect me? Da-da-da. Then you got to handle yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You got to protect yourself. Absolutely. Right? But as best you can, be kind. But more importantly, be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. When you say, talk to me nice, you say it to other people, talk to me nice. Do you talk to yourself nice? Talk to yourself nice. Do you talk nice about other people? Because what you put out is what you get, what you take back in. Trouble just find me. You might be trouble. You just might be the one that's trouble. And that's why you're getting the energy that you're getting. Truth don't care who it falls on. You will eat of the fruits that you speak from your tongue. So whether it be good or whether it be bad, you will eat of that fruit. Yeah. Go ahead. Get in that Proverbs. Get in that Proverbs. R-I-F-Y. R-I-F-Y. Read it for yourself. All right, you guys. Quick episode for you guys. Fifth charge. And on one of these days, I'm going to explain to you where the fifth charge name came from. It was a journey to get to it. One of these days, I will speak it to you. I will let you guys know. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go. Got some things to do. And I love you guys. Stay connected. Make sure you share this episode with your friends, family. Make it a conversation piece. Make sure you do click subscribe. Come on. Because I'm at 21 and I'm happy with my 21, but we could make it 21 million, and it starts with you subscribing right now. Because I'm going to get better. This is only the beginning. I'm going to get better. I'm not yet where I want to be, but when I get there, man, back then, didn't want me. Now I'm hot. All on me. I'm wanting, brother. I'm wanting, brother. When you gonna put another episode out, bro? That's what's gonna be coming. That's what's gonna be coming. That's how y'all gonna be talking. I'm gonna be like, I don't know if you love me yet. All right, you guys. Talk to you guys on the next episode. I am Shannyn Casino. I see ya.